Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to all of our race fans tuning in worldwide to our Media Day live stream from right here at the 9th running of the Monster Energy Cup from Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a bright, sunny, and very warm day here in the desert around Las Vegas, and it is an exciting weekend as we're ready to go to see if somebody else can win $1 million that will be up for grabs tomorrow night right here live on NBCSN from Sam Boyd Stadium. As I said, this is the 9th running of the event, but only 3 riders have taken home the $1 million check. Ryan Villapoto did it the first year in 2011. Marvin Musquin did it in 2017, and then last year, Eli Tomac took the big check. Still, that $1 million purse, the largest in all of motorcycle racing. So let's meet the man that grabbed it a year ago. Here is our good friend Eli Tomac. Welcome in, Eli. $1 million? What did you do? Did you spend it all yet?
Well, I paid the IRS first. That's the first thing, right? No, it's just it's so cool that, you know, for the sport of motocross and supercross, we have the opportunity to even race for a prize this big. So very special weekend for us.
It is, and it's a very unique racetrack. How are you going to run this year's event with those 3 different track designs?
That's right. It's going to be tough, you know. And the kicker this year is we're going a different direction on one of the motos, and then we have the 3 different starts. So really, it's going to be a huge weekend of focus and just being ready for each challenge, and that's each race. You know, we've got something thrown at us each time, and then, you know, the good old joker lanes there still.
Yeah, you can't count that out. Well, those are the softball questions. Now we're going to get to the really hardcore stuff. And I'm going to bring in my NBC sports colleague. Here she is, Lacey Caroline, our NBC NASCAR kid reporter, to ask you some really tough questions now.
Well, hello. My name is Lacey, as he already said, and I have a few questions for you, okay? My first question is, what did you do with the $1 million? Like, what did you buy?
Like I said, you got to pay the IRS first. But, you know, what I did do, I went and bought a sweet little cabin up in the mountains. So try to do something a little bit smart with it.
That's smart. And another smart thing is buying your mom a present. Did you do that?
You know what? I'm selfish. I didn't. That's bad. I need a
Ooh. Another question. The only rule with the Monster Energy Cup is that there is no rules. Did you modify your bike at all to take advantage of this non-rule race?
You know what, this weekend we're kind of running what we normally have. So, you know, some guys might try something, but for us, we've got the standard 450.
Okay, well, last question. M&Ms or Skittles?
You know what, I'm M&M's guy.
Me too. I'm glad you are. Well, back to you, Ralph.
That makes 3 of us M&Ms and plain, right? Not the peanut ones, right? Okay. Okay, well, thank you, guys. We're going to see Eli out on the track a little bit later on, so make sure you stay tuned for all of that. Now, when we get on the air tomorrow night with our broadcast on NBCSN, my good buddy Ricky Carmichael is going to be sitting right alongside of me, the 5-time Supercross champion, and he is also the man who designs the Monster Energy course track layout each and every year. Ricky, once again, you went deep into your bag of tricks. What can the riders expect to see this year?
Thank you, Ralph. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think the biggest thing that the buzz has been about is there's 3 different starts. You got 1 outside of the stadium, 2 inside of the stadium, and the 2 starts inside of the stadium. 1 is going to the left, 1 is going to the right. And then, of course, 1 of the 3 main events are going to be running the track backwards. And then never forget about the joker lane. That's always a lot of fun, and it's caused a lot of chaos. So it's going to be interesting, Ralph. But you know what? I'm excited to see it happen.
It should be a lot of fun, and I know there is one rider who is going to really be one of the top contenders tomorrow night. He is the newest member of the Monster Energy Kawasaki Supercross team, making his debut on the 450. Of course, that's Adam Cianciarulo, who's back with RC.
Thank you, Ralph. We're down here with Adam Cianciarulo. Adam, good to see you. It's your 450 debut, bud. Can you just tell us really quick how that transition has been going from 250 to 450.
It's been good. Obviously, honestly, my first thought was, we have our test track right there on the side of the 15 freeway. My first goal was just not to put the bike on the freeway the first couple of weeks I was riding, and so we got through that good, but no, the transition's been great so far. The team has been awesome working with them, working with Oscar and Justin and Dan and everybody over there, so just really excited to get out here and kind of see where we're at.
Okay, and expectations, goals for the weekend. What, gonna tiptoe into it? Tell us about it.
We're always trying to win, right? But I think for me, I just want to come out here and ride my best, put myself in a position and just kind of get some experience up front riding with those guys. And ultimately, I just want to ride good. And so we'll just see where that puts me. But, we're always going to win, RC. You know that.
That's right. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it. Good luck, buddy. Have fun.
A lot of people anxious to see how Adam performs on that big Kawasaki here tomorrow night. Now, make sure you stay with us all the way through our live coverage from here at Monster Energy Cup Media Day. As we progress through the show, we're going to have a big announcement for you about the Supercross video game, Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game. That will be coming up, as well as a brand new bike from our friends at Husqvarna. You're not going to want to miss all of that. Of course, the race tomorrow night, the Monster Energy Cup, will be broadcast live on NBCSN and NBC Sports Gold domestically and via the Supercross Video Pass internationally if you don't live here in the U.S. Now, we do have Daniel Blair and Will Christian joining us once again in our broadcast coverage, and we will be talking all about the different things with them that you can expect to see tomorrow night. So let's go right now down trackside to Will, who has another rider we expect to be right in the thick of the competition tomorrow.
And you wanted some insight, Ralph. We're going to get it from this man here, because Justin Barcia is going into his 6th year riding Monster Energy Cup and a 2012 champion. So you really know how to play this event. However, Justin, as Ricky said, he's thrown you guys some serious curveballs this year. 3 different starts. We're actually in the first turn of the left-hander right now. How do you even begin to get comfortable on a track when you're talking about 3 completely different layouts?
You have to be very comfortable being uncomfortable out here, and that's what we've been working on so far this month, doing a lot of testing, made a lot of progress with the Monster Energy Yamaha team. Things are going great. But yeah, the track, they definitely don't want anyone to win $1 million, but we're going to give it our all.
And if that wasn't enough, we've got the Joker lane as well thrown in there. And we're standing right by that. You can sit. You're not going to get to ride that until just a little bit later on today. To me, it looks a little bit more technical. There's a lot of sand in between. You're laughing there. What's your take on it?
Yeah, it's awesome. In Supercross, we usually have to only deal with 1 wall and a little sand, but we have 3 here, lots of sand, and I'm pretty good at sending it through that stuff, so it should be all right. But yeah, they did a great job with the track so far. Can't wait to ride it.
And there's $1 million up for grab, but I don't know if you know this as well, Justin. There's also the Toyota Whole Shot Award up for grabs. That is another $10,000 to the Cup rider that can get all 3 whole shots. That's the key thing. All 3. You up for it?
Yep, been working on my starts a lot, so hopefully put those to use this weekend.
There you go, Ralph. You heard it. Lots for the fans to look out for.
There sure is. Now, one thing Justin and the rest of the riders don't know is which starting gate will be used first tomorrow night. We will have that announcement coming for you before we're done with the show here this afternoon. If you're coming out to the races tomorrow here at Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, make sure you come early. Fan Fest opens up at noon, and there's going to be a lot to see and do before all the excitement and activity moves inside the bowl here at Sam Boyd Stadium, and we go racing tomorrow night. DJ KO will be playing lots of great music. 16 of the world's best FMX athletes and 30 BMX athletes will be competing in the Dirt Shark Biggest Whip Contest and BMX Speed and Style track competitions. $15,000 and $26,000 purses will be up for grabs respectfully between the two. That's going to be a lot of fun. We also have the Monster Energy Smoke Show and the Harley Unknown Riders performing as well. And if you'd like to get in for free to the Fan Fest, just bring an empty Monster Energy can with you. They'll let you right in the door. You recycle the can. It's great for the environment, great for the race fans. Over 1.5 million Monster Energy cans have been recycled through that program with Fan Fest. Chad Reed is another rider we expect to see right up there contending for that $1 million check tomorrow night, and he is with Daniel Blair.
He's a multi-time Supercross champion and without question the fan favorite here at the Monster Cup, Chad Reed. I've been paying attention close to your social media all week, actually going back about a month, and It didn't look like you were going to be here, and anxiously kind of waiting the reveal. We kind of finally figured that out early in the week, but still didn't think you're going to be racing until about 2 days ago. You're here. Take us through the last 7 days. How did you get to Monster Cup?
Yeah, I mean, one thing led to another. I mean, in all honesty, 2 weeks I was racing a GT3 race here in Vegas, and then that fell through. So thought, why not? Let's go race a dirt bike. So, threw some parts on some motorcycles and tested them out, and here we are.
Now, through your career, you've ridden pretty much every manufacturer's bike. I don't know for sure about a KTM, but I know the rest. You've chosen a Honda. That's a bike you want to go racing with. What is it about the bike that's so special to you that you would choose it over the rest to come out here to Monster Cup and potentially race in 2020?
No, I just think it's the easiest bike. It's one of the most popular ones, so you can ready available, go to the local dealers and buy parts for them. So, throw some bolt-on parts and see what we can do.
Throughout your career, you had a chance to race with Ricky Carmichael, and he mentioned that earlier in his career, he had a practice track that would go both directions to give him something more fun and just another layer to the program of preparation. And we have that here. What do you think about it so far as you've been able to get down here now, look at the obstacles? Is this going to work?
It's maybe what I was missing out on. I didn't go backwards. It seemed like we did it a little bit for fun, but never on a daily basis or anything. But I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, as a rider, you evolve through the weekend, and you always put your eggs in the basket for getting strong for the motos. So that's not going to be the case this weekend. It's kind of like you're going to have to learn and get up to speed because we've got three different racetracks. So I think it'll be fun. I'm excited to just get out here and go racing since Seattle. So now I've got 3 racetracks to learn.
That's right. Well, I speak for everybody when I say I'm glad to have you here at Monster Cup, and I know you take pride in being the oldest rider in the track, but unfortunately, I don't know for sure if that's the case. Ralph, is Grandpa Earl racing tomorrow?
Well, there's a lot of question about that, Daniel, and the person who's going to get the answer for us is Lacey.
Yes, I will. And who will be racing tomorrow, Dean Wilson or Grandpa Earl?
We're hoping Dean Wilson, but, Dean Wilson is the goal and the plan, but if we're not looking so hot, it's definitely Grandpa Earl out there.
Well, speaking of Grandpa Earl, what was the inspiration behind Grandpa Earl?
Oh, it was just something we did for fun, me and a group of friends, and it was just more for a laugh, and it turned out okay. I think some people enjoyed it, and we had a good laugh out of it, so it was just for fun.
I mean, it was very funny, so any thoughts on tomorrow night's race?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we have 3 different tracks, and it's going to be some really good racing, 3 different starts, $1 million, of course. So, going to just do my best. I'm feeling good. My bike's awesome, and we'll just see how it goes.
What's the first thing you would buy if you won the $1 million?
The first thing I would do is buy everybody a round of shots, just to get the night going.
Well, that's great. And one last very, very serious question for you. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate or vanilla? Vanilla always.
I like chocolate, but Ralph, what do you like, chocolate or vanilla?
Well, I was all set to go out and hang out with him if he won the $1 million, and then he said vanilla? I don't know. Chocolate. I'm with you, Lacey. It's chocolate all the way, and sprinkles.
Oh, extra sprinkles.
And sprinkles, absolutely. All right, Dean, you win $1 million. Sounds like you're going to make a whole bunch of friends here tomorrow night. There's another rider that everybody is really anxious to see back on the track. Ricky Malcolm Stewart was so fast last year till a really nasty crash in Arizona.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Malcolm. Let's see, 9 months, I think, since you've had the opportunity to be behind the gate. And tell us how it's been to get back and just ride in general.
Oh, man, it feels good to be back. 9 months, that felt like 5 years to me. But, for me, I'm just looking forward to this, being back and getting my feet wet. And I'm so glad to be here at Monster Energy Cup. And, for me, it's just go out here and have fun and enjoy the race. This is kind of like a good preseason for all the riders. So just to see all the testing and stuff for how the bike will be for A1. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Well, you've seen the track. You've looked at it a little bit. You're going to get to ride here shortly. Tell me what it is about this event or race that you like the most. Other than the fans, you are a fan favorite. Tell us what it is about the track that you like.
Well, this is different than any other Monster Cup I've been to. For one, 3 different starts. You know, the track, you go, 3 different ways. So for me, it's going to be pretty cool. It's new for everybody. I think when you throw something in, a new bone in the field, it's definitely going to pick the riders out of who can figure it out the best. And the fans going to get a good showing. Like I said, I'm excited, and I can't wait to be out there.
Awesome, thank you. And did you ever think that Ralph Shaheen would like sprinkles on his ice cream?
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be a sprinkles guy at all the things. He got the chocolate part right. I mean, he's right on that one. I'm chocolate too, so we mix right in. Hey, Ralph, good looking out there. But the sprinkles, you got to cut that loose.
All right, thanks, Malcolm. Good luck to you. I want to bring over a guy. Come over here, world champ. I am with Tim Geiser. He's a 3-time world champ, 1-time MX2, 2-time MXGP. You raced this race in 2017. We won't talk about that, but it looked like you're having a good time. Tell us how excited you are to be here, buddy.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here again since 2017. This year we came a little bit earlier, do a little bit more riding testing on the Supercross track, and just can't wait to go on the track.
So you race outdoors all year long. Can you just tell us really quick what it's like and how hard it is to go from outdoor to Supercross in like 2 weeks' time to racing with some of the best guys in Supercross in the world?
Yeah, it's completely different. I mean, in motocross we do motos like 35 minutes all the time, all the year during the practice races. Here is like way shorter, and also like how to set up the bike is completely different. But I'm excited and really looking for. I think we did a good job.
Well, that's fantastic. We appreciate you, Tim. Good luck. Have a good time, my friend. Ralph?
What is wrong with sprinkles? I mean, you know, a little hot fudge, some nuts, whipped cream, a cherry, sprinkles. I mean, seems pretty common to me. Okay, anyway, tomorrow night, the Monster Energy Cup will be broadcast live on NBCSN and NBC Sports Gold domestically here in the United States and via the Supercross Video Pass internationally. So make sure you're tuned in for all of that. That's going to be a big part of how you can see tomorrow night's running of the Monster Energy Cup. Now we're really excited about this announcement right here. Milestone and Feld Entertainment are proud to officially announce Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3. This latest release will feature the 2019 Monster Energy Supercross season with 100 riders from both the 450 and 250 Supercross classes, plus 15 official stadiums and tracks. For the very first time, players can join an official Supercross team while playing in career mode, where they can become a teammate of their favorite Supercross rider and show the whole world who's the king of the track. Let's all check out the trailer for the upcoming release of Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3.
Well, Cooper, any prediction for this year?
I'm very optimistic about our team and really excited for my new teammate, Brian.
War's already started, the groundwork's been laid. We're 100 men strong, you shouldn't be afraid. This is that warrior music, you don't dance, you feel it. So put your hands up and let your head bob to keep the lights on and ease the hunger pains. This track is a mixture of hunger and pure rage. I'm legendary like Ray Charles, blind fury. I ain't even broke a sweat, I could do this all day.
This hustling's hard, but I'm used to it. I'm numb, I don't feel no pain. I won't stop until my heart stops. I want the world to know my name.
Hey Cooper, who has 2 thumbs and will be the champion? Brian.
Monster Energy Supercross 3. Be one of us.
So, no more homework, right? Yes, Mom, I've eaten. Cooper, I am your father.
Well, the fun doesn't stop at the 2019 championship. With Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3, you can race in co-op with your friends in the replica of the legendary Corona Supercross test track out in California. A huge free roaming area with 9 amazing track layouts where most of the OEMs competing in Monster Energy Supercross do their testing for the bikes during the year. And once you practice, you'll be ready to challenge in the brand new online multiplayer mode, now boosted with dedicated servers for a lag-free gameplay experience, and race director mode to create amazing online races, deciding from the player's starting positions to assign penalties or choosing which cameras to focus on. Last but not least, the track editor is back. Boost your creativity and share with the community infinite tracks to race on. New physics, new animations, new rider models, and the possibility to create a female rider as your custom racer. And Ricky Carmichael and myself call all the action. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3, will be available worldwide starting on February 4th, 2020 on all platforms. PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows PC Stream, Nintendo Switch, and Google Stadia. It comes your way. Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 3, February 4th, 2020. Well, that's the video game you can play. Here's a brand new motorcycle you can ride with Daniel.
And the video game is for kids and adults, but I think this new machine right here is just for the kids. I'm with Andy Jefferson. This is the EE5 by Husqvarna. It's a new bike that you guys are launching here. Take us through the development of this machine and the release today.
Well, part of the development was to be able to get new people into riding. And people maybe today that don't want to do maintenance or don't even understand it. So we want to develop something that from the bottom up that we can start and get kids riding bikes, getting parents to be able to have their kids riding bikes. They don't have to worry about maintenance and those kind of things. But that was the main focus, was to get new kids in riding.
Now, I've had a lot of parents already ask me, because they want me to ask you, is this a bike that can be competitive for the fastest kids that are riding 50s, and also some of the new riders who are just getting started? Is there ability to adjust to allow this thing to work with the slower new riders and as well as the fast competitive racers?
Well, the bike was really developed to take kids from 4 years old to 10 years old. So we can lower this bike down from where it is today at like 684 inches or millimeters. We can lower it 4 inches from there. So we can lower it very low for beginner kids, and then you can raise it up and have maximum suspension for experienced riders. But also the modes. There's mode switches on it, and it has from 1 to 6 modes. So the bike can go very slow in mode 1, and then you can click it up to 5 or 6 for experienced kids. There's a lock, so if parents decide they only want their kid to ride in 2, because you know how sometimes kids get a little rambunctious and they want to go a little faster, there's a switch under the bottom, a safety switch that you pull it off, the kid can't change the modes. So it's kind of a safety issue, and also to be able to hold your kid back a little bit so they don't go a little crazy.
Well, I want to see the EE5 in action, so we got 2 riders here that are going to actually debut this bike for you. You guys ready to go? This is the Husqvarna EE5. Get a chance to see these guys hit the start straight away and through one of the rhythm sections. So no Kickstarter. And there they go. Now, how long has this thing been in development? Because I'll be honest, I feel like I'm somewhat connected to the 50 world, and I was surprised when this came out.
Well, it's been about a 3-year project for us, and along with other electric products that are been developed in Austria. But this one, like I said, the biggest thing was for the kids to be able to grab these kids early and get new riders into our sport. So yes, the development time has been, like every bike for us, 3 to 5 years.
Is this competitive versus the 50 that you guys have now, the TC50?
Yes, it's very competitive. We've done back-to-back tests, drag races, had a bunch of kids ride them. They actually seem to be faster on the electric bike than they are on the gas-powered motorcycle. And we assume it's a lot of the clutch, because this thing is very smooth power. So you don't have the clutch lag that we do with 50s, with the gas-powered bikes.
How about an anticipated release date? We're looking at the end of this year? Or end of next year, I'm sorry?
No, well, those should be released at the end of November. They should be in dealerships and be ready to purchase.
Well, I think everybody's pretty excited to get these things in the dealerships and get them into their garages for their kids, and look forward to seeing these things develop throughout the years and continue to build off of what you guys have now. So it's going to be awesome. Thank you very much for bringing them out, and thank you for being with me. Ralph, there's a rider who is joining us tonight who was not expected to, and I think I speak for everybody. We've been looking forward to the return of Jeremy Martin. We're hoping that in 2020 he would be able to get back onto a Supercross track, but as of yesterday, Jeremy Martin is here and he's racing.
Yeah, and it's very exciting, Daniel. Jeremy, welcome back to your Supercross family. I know the fans are anxious to hear how things have been going, how the recovery has been. 16 months it was?
Yeah, it was a really long time. 3 back surgeries and a gnarly infection. So we're here, we're healthy, and ready to get back into doing what I love to do.
Well, as Daniel pointed out, it was a pretty last-minute decision to do this. What made the difference that you decided, okay, I can do it?
Yeah, it's just been like a day-by-day with the rehab and with the riding the dirt bike and stuff. And then I was like, man, last week I was like, I'm not feeling too bad. We're going forward, backwards on the track, so it should be a bit safer. And I want to get the FC Honda out there and pin it.
Well, we're looking forward to watching you race. Of course, Jeremy Martin, an established star in Monster Energy Supercross. Ricky and Daniel and Will and Lacey are with a couple of our future Supercross stars.
All right, well, I'm down here with Evan Ferry and Jet. Let me tell you something. This guy right here, look at these new colors, got a new ride. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling awesome. It's a blessing, dream come true to me.
All right, and you excited for the Supercross Futures race and actually the Super Mini race tomorrow night? I'm thinking about Sunday and Monday. Probably excited about that, but tell us, what is the most thing you're looking forward to tomorrow night here in front of a packed house?
I'm looking forward to actually going out there and just going fast. That's about it.
There you go. Well, he's looking forward to going fast like every young racer. This guy is an unbelievable racer. Can't wait to watch him race. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck.
Thank you.
No more 6 laps.
I'm with Jet Lawrence, who will be making his Supercross debut possibly in 2020. But before we get there, we're at the Monster Cup where he'll be racing the 250 Futures. How's the last month or so been? I know you got to finish out the Outdoor Nationals series and did pretty well there, but you've made the transition now over to Supercross. How are you feeling coming into Monster Cup?
I'm feeling very confident. I had a week off after Ironman and then straight into Supercross. Luckily, I had Johnny O'Mara help me with that stuff. But so far, it's gone pretty smooth. Only one stack, so it's been pretty smooth. But yeah, haven't got really winded so bad yet from cases, and I'm pretty sure ankles are still good, but so far it's been pretty good.
Now, I know you have a good relationship with your brother Hunter, and we've been waiting for his debut in Supercross. We haven't been able to see it yet. How does it feel to be making your debut before him? Is there anything you'd like to say to him as he watches?
Yeah, it's obviously, I'm going to give him so much crap for it, but yeah, he's obviously my sister and that stuff, so I have to be kind of nice to him. But yeah, I'm probably just going to rub it in as much as I can, and definitely this next season's probably going to be fun for you guys. Hopefully not many fist fights, but maybe a few block passes, get him a little riled.
That's definitely what we'd like to see. Here's a familiar face that you saw this summer.
That's right. And I just wanted to add to that because, yeah, I saw you and your brother Hunter there together over the summer, and grief is exactly what you were giving each other. I saw you coming in there at one point. Tell me the story. At one point, I think you qualified 5th, and then what happened?
Yeah, at Budds Creek, I had in the first one I qualified 5th, and I came in past the truck, and he was already there, and I was like, "Yeah, baby, you got 5th place." But then he's like, "Hop, 2nd." I'm like, "Damn it!" I was like, "No, that's not possible," because obviously the ones before he was like in 10th and 15th, so I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure got him." But then he's like, "Yeah, 2nd." I'm like, "Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me." I think he was going extra hard because I was there trying to keep me as the younger brother, not trying to overtake him. But I think I'll do it soon, sister of the family. I'll probably overtake him.
Absolutely, we'll keep that going. I know he's going to be watching, and he's going to be wishing you well no matter what you think.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope he does, so yeah.
Thanks, Jet.
Well, hello, Evan. I'm Lacey Caroline, and I'll be asking you a few questions. My first question is, do you have any insights from your dad?
Yeah, he tells me the lines to do on the track. If I'm making any mistakes or having a slow line, he'll tell me what to do on the track.
Wow, and I know we're both 13, and wait, when's your birthday?
I'm actually 15.
You're 15. Oh, well. Anyway, what's it like being a racer and as successful as you are at your age?
It feels good. I feel like it can also help out really going into the pros, and having the experience on the Supercross tracks really helped too.
Well, yeah, I feel like it would. So thank you so much for answering my questions, and we have another person to ask you some other questions.
All right, so there's been a big question, and we actually did an Instagram vote with the fans of what they would like, what start they would like to see first. And the start that they wanted to see first, you can see it right here, Evan, okay, is inside. So that is going to predict how the race format goes and when we run the track backwards and all that fun stuff. You can see it right there. 56% said they want to see the first start on the inside. I probably could have guessed because they want to see all the action right off the bat. So a lot of fun here. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully no one forgets to take the Joker lane tomorrow night like we've seen in the past. And you think someone can win the $1 million?
Yeah, I mean, we got some really good potential riders to do it.
Yeah, we do. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody tune in. We're going to throw it back to our man Ralph Shaheen at the top there, bud. Go ahead.
All right, Ricky, and if you're interested in coming on out to the races here tomorrow night at Sam Boyd Stadium, tickets are still available. Just go to supercrosslive.com, get your tickets, and come on out for the races. Now, if you're going to watch on television, tune in to the Monster Energy Cup broadcast live on NBCSN starting at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and that's 10 p.m., of course, Eastern. If you live here in the U.S. and you don't get NBCSN, you can subscribe to the NBC Sports Gold app. You won't miss any of the high-flying action of the Monster Energy Cup as riders compete for a $1 million payday. With the Supercross Pass on NBC Sports Gold, fans can also revisit the best laps of the 2019 season from rounds 1 through 17. To find out more about the Supercross Pass, go to NBCSports.com/gold/Supercross. Now, if you live outside of the U.S., subscribe to the Supercross Video Pass. For the 4th consecutive year, international fans will have live and on-demand access to watch the 2019 Monster Energy Cup and the entire 2020 season with the Supercross Video Pass. Subscriptions are available via the web, Android, iOS, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire apps. Visit supercrosslive.tv for pricing details and to sign up. Well, another person we're excited to see back here at the Monster Energy Cup, our good buddy, the voice you'll all recognize, Lurch.
Well, thank you, Ralph, very much. And it's great to be here. And you look back 9 full seasons of being the live floor announcer, and a lot of things have changed. New talent coming up. The future program that is huge here. We're going to see a lot of that this weekend. But when you really, really look at it, the 144 races I announced for, I've always been the first one to get that first interview with the rider, and so many things stay the same. The past, present, and future of Supercross is going to change in just a minute. But you got to look at the people who have been there, not the riders, but I'm talking literally. Monster Energy, Toyota, the teams, the athletes, the manufacturers, KTM, Husqvarna, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, and then you look at the optical advantage of Oakley, along with our good friends at Milestone, and I am very happy to welcome a brand new sponsor for the Monster Energy Cup and Monster Energy Supercross, none other than CBD MD. Welcome to the Monster Energy family, looking for a great, bright future with them. Ralph, it's an exciting time to be back, and I've never crossed this one off my resume. I've never been to the Monster Energy Cup, never announced it. Happy to be here and give this news.
I think that's great. You're going to have a wonderful time. Tomorrow night, Lurch back with us on the microphone if you're here in the stadium. Well, we've done a lot of talking about the Monster Energy Cup. I think it's time we do a little bit of riding and show you what the racetrack is going to look like that Ricky Carmichael designed. We've got some great 450, 250 riders all kitted up, ready to go. Let's turn the action to the racetrack.
My mic's, oh, there we go. Daniel, tell everybody who may not know this, But which start is harder to do, a left-hand first corner or a right-hand first corner? And tell us why that one is harder.
I think the right is for sure the harder, and it's because as you're coming into the first corner, you're not able to charge as hard and use your rear brake. On a left-handed first corner, you can come in fast, use your brake to control your speed. On a right, you're gonna have to brake a lot earlier and then get your foot off that rear brake, and I think that's a lot harder. It slows the mile per hour down a lot, and obviously you're going into a direction that you're not used to. Most of these races, they go left, so this is something that's gonna be very challenging for them. And my question is, though, why'd you do this?
Oh, well, you got to keep them on your toes. And like you said earlier when we were on the press conference, that I used to ride my track backwards, you know, because when you ride the same track over and over during the week, you just kind of get like in a zone where you could do it with your eyes closed and you're using like one little trail. So I would switch it up. Things didn't flow as much, kind of like it does at the races, as you know. And I'm like, man, it made me think a little bit more, made me be more alert. And I'm like, man, I wonder if we could do this in a race situation as long as it stays safe, and we were able to do that with the Dirtworks track crew. And I wanted to throw a little something different in there to make these guys just pay attention a little bit more. Not that they're not already, but I think it'll be interesting. They'll just have to, you know, be a little more heads up.
You know what I like about it too is throughout the night at a Supercross, a rider will start learning the areas of the track where they can defend their lines and play the defensive game. Now that they're going both directions, it's going to be a lot harder for these guys to learn how to be defensive on a track. You think it could possibly make racing a little bit better too and open up some better passing lines?
Yeah, I think it's going to open up a lot of different lines. Guys are probably going to have to go in a lot tighter to make passes when the track is going backwards, because they're not going to be able to sweep out wide in the corners quite as much, because there's going to be probably ruts from the exit in the corners. So anyhow, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be interesting to see, pardon me.
Well, I'm excited to see it. We're going to get a chance now to see our A group go and ride. They're going to get a couple laps to show you guys exactly what this track is going to look like. And again, we will be going 2 different directions for the race, and you won't get to see that right now because we're going to send them off one way and get a chance to see Eli Tomac. Can he defend that million? Adam Cincerello, how does that debut look on the 450? Of course, we have Malcolm Stewart back. I'm excited. I'm ready to go racing with these guys.
I am too. And then we got the old guy over here, the Deuce, Chad Reed. Going to be a lot of fun. Crazy to think that I used to race that guy back in the day.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody, for our live coverage of Monster Energy Cup Media Day here from Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas. Don't forget to join us tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live on NBCSN to see if somebody can take home the $1 million check. For Will, Lacey, Daniel, and Ricky, I'm Ralph Shaheen. So long from Las Vegas. We'll see you tomorrow night.